guys, this is Maria. I'm from the UMBC Recreation Center, and welcome back for another semester. This is going to be core and more. We're going to focus on our core. We're going to do some bicep work. We're going to do some work on our quads, which is that large muscle in our leg. Work on our glutes, which is the muscles behind us, which helps us to bend and stand. Before starting any regular routine, any regular exercise program, make sure you talk to a doctor, get yourself cleared. Happy belated holidays to you. I miss you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful start to a new year. And let's get started. I'm gonna turn my music on. We're gonna warm up a little. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. Take one arm across the front of your body and stretching that shoulders. That's it. Extend that arm out. We're going to stretch that forearm by gently pressing those fingers back. And let's switch sides. Stretching the shoulder on the other arm. Then we're going to stretch the forearm on that same arm. Now, if you're standing up, that's fine. I'm on my knees just so I can be seen. I'm going to lean to one direction, stretching my core. For me, it's my right side. I'm leaning towards the right side of my body, over to the left. And I'm going to switch sides. I'm taking my left hand up, and I'm extending my body towards the right, stretching the left side of my body. And I'm going to come back center, inhale. Exhale. And then if you're standing up, okay, you're going to come down on one knee, sit back, take that front foot out in front of you and reach for your ankle. Stretching the back of that leg that's straight in front of you and point that toe towards the ceiling, stretching that hamstring, your calf muscle, and that Achilles tendon. Now bring that foot flat on the floor and come up on one knee. Then I'm going to switch sides. For me, I'm taking my left leg back and I'm bringing my right leg forward, right foot flat on the floor, and I'm going to shift my weight forward, stretching my quad. For me, it's my left leg. I'm going to sit back. My front leg is straight. The toe is pointed towards the ceiling. I'm stretching the calf muscle and the Achilles tendon, my hamstring on that straight leg, which for me is my right leg, with the toe pointed up. Now I'm going to take that toe towards the ground. I'm going to take that foot behind me. I'm going to come to the floor. And I'm going to take my arms and reach straight out. Then I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. I'm going to take, for me, my right leg up, foot towards my glutes. My right hand is reaching back for my shoelaces. And I'm going to gently take that right foot towards my glutes, getting a stretch in on my quads. And I'm going to switch. My left hand, bringing my left foot up towards my glutes, squeezing the quads on that left leg. Release. And I'm going to come up. Sit back, and then I'm going to come out. Make sure my alignment from my shoulder to my elbow to my hand is nice and straight. And I got push-ups. We're going to start, and you can be on your knees or your toes, it's up to you. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Start. Keep that core lifted. That's it. Make sure you're breathing. You definitely don't want to hold your breath. And time. Now I'm going to bring myself all the way down to the floor. Got a couple of what they call Superman. I'm going to lift my legs, simultaneously lift my arms. In 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Squeeze your glutes as you lift those legs. Engage your core as you lift your arms. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's it. You got it. That's it. And time. Now from here, I'm going to open my arms up, squeezing my scapula, the flat bones in the back together, working my shoulders, working my chest. My legs are still up. Let's get started. In 3, 2, 1. That's it. If you want, you can lift and lower the legs. I'm just keeping mine up. And time. Sit back. I'm going to come back out. Got alignment, straight arms. And of course, we're going back to the beginning with our push-ups. In 3, 2, 1, start. And time. Come down. We're going to lift and lower. Arms up, engage the core. Legs up, engage the glutes. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And hold. We got those cactus arms. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Squeeze those shoulders. And squeeze that chest. Squeeze those back muscles. And time. Sit back. And we're going back to the beginning. Straight line. Make sure your knees are out. Or back farther than your hips. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, start. And time. Come back out. Lift and lower. Arms are straight. In 3, 2, 1, start. Squeeze your glutes. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And time. From here, engaging the shoulders, the chest, and the back. Here we go. And time. Sit back. And come up. If you want water, feel free to grab some. It's important to stay hydrated. Next exercise, leg elevations and 4 strokes. Now the key here, I'm gonna put my hands behind my head. I'm gonna use my hands to support my head, not to pull it. You're gonna raise one leg at a time, lower one leg at a time. I'm gonna start with my legs straight up, hands behind my head. I'm starting with my right leg, then my left leg. And 3, 2, 1, start. Lower one at a time, lift. Keep it going. Keep it going. Last one. And time. Sit up. Now I'm gonna lay back. Again, hands behind the head. Elbows east and west. Feet flat on the floor. And I'm just gonna lift and lower. Regular crunches. Make sure your belly button is pushed into the floor. Your back is nice and flat. We're gonna lift and lower. And 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Exhale when you come up. I'm sorry. Yes, exhale when you come up. All right, let me get it right. Exhale when you come up. Inhale when you go back. That's it. Exhale up. Inhale down. All right, time. Keeping my hands behind my head. Going back to those leg elevations. Starting with the legs in the upright position. And 3, 2, 1. Lower, lower. Lift, lift. Lower, lower. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Last time. Bring your feet to the floor. Feet flat on the floor. Hands behind your head. Got those crunches. Make sure you don't lift or pull with the hands. Relax the head and the hands. Let's start in 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Make sure you're leaving space between your chin and your chest. That's it. Keep it going. And last one. Starting with the legs straight up. Going back to those leg elevations in 4 strokes. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. Give me 2 more. 1 more. And time. Feet flat on the floor. Hands behind your head. And we're going to lift and lower. And 3, 2, 1. Start. Exhale when you come up. And time. Again, sticking with my hands behind my head, resting my head in my hands. I have bicycle legs. I'm going to bring one knee into the chest at a time. The other leg, the straight leg, the opposite leg will be straight, hovering above the floor. And then I'll alternate. And 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Just bringing that knee straight back to the chest. Okay, now from here, same legs, but I'm going to add a rotation in my core so that I can take the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. So right elbow, left knee, left elbow, right knee. Hands behind my head, cycle legs, rotate the core so that the opposite elbow meets the opposite knee. And 3, 2, 1, start. And time. Feet flat on the floor, hands down by my side, palms facing the ceiling. And I'm going to, again, moving from side to side. Instead of twisting or rotating the core, I'm just going to go side to side with my upper core, the upper part of my body. And the goal is to take my hand down to reach my ankle. Come back to the center, switch sides. Keeping my head and my shoulder blades off the floor. Arms extended out, palms to the ceiling. And 3, 2, 1, start. And time. All right, take me from the top. Hands behind my head. Bottom of the leg parallel to the ground. And I got cycle legs. And 3, 2, 1, start. All right, add that rotation. And time. Palms facing towards the ceiling. Arms out straight. Tapping those ankles. And 3, 2, 1, start. Keeping those shoulder blades off the floor. And time. Back to those cycle knees, but cycle legs. Remember, the head rests in the hands, not pulled by the hands. Here we go. And 3, 2, 1, start. Add that rotation. And time. Take those arms out straight. Palms towards the ceiling. Reaching for the ankles. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And time. Come to the floor. Come over to your side. Make sure we're still together. Okay, good. So I'm going to lay on my side. I'm laying on my right side. I'm going to take my right hand. Take it out straight. Palm is on the floor. Left hand behind my head. And I got side crunches. And 3, 2, 1, let's start. Squeezing those obliques. You got it. And time. From here, you can be on your forearm, or you can be on your hand. It's up to you. You can be on your hip. I'm sorry, not your hip, on your knee. Top leg is straight, and we have hip dips. We're gonna take the hips to the floor and up. And 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Now, if you want, this is an option. Don't stop, but lower the hips and lift. That's it. And time. Come back down. Arms straight out. Hand to the head. Got those side crunches. And 3, 2, 1. Let's start. going. And time. We're going to switch sides. I'm laying on my left side. My left hand is out straight. My right hand is behind my head. I'm going to lift and lower. And 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Squeeze your obliques. Exhale when you come up. Last one. Then you come up on your forearm or your flat hand. Take those hips off the floor. Top leg is straight. Space when you lift and lower. And 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. Squeeze the core. Squeeze those obliques. Keep it going. Don't stop. Another option. That's it. Keep it going. Don't stop. Another option. And time. Coming back to the side crunches. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Exhale when you come up. And time. Come over to your stomach, onto your knees. Sit back. Come up. Take your chest to the floor. Stomach on the floor. Take your hands by your chest and lift. Push up. I think they call this a cobra. Then come back down. Elbows to your side. Push again. Lift. Lift your core and sit back. Come out to your quadrupeds. You take my right leg straight back, and I'm going to bring it in and through. I'm going to sit up, shift my weight forward, working my quads, stretching it out. I had another exercise I wanted to do, but I ran out of time. Sit back, stretching that front leg. If you can, bring that toe up, stretching that calf muscle. And come back up. I'm going to switch legs. Bring those hands into the inside. Switching legs. Coming straight up. Leaning forward. Stretching my quad. Sit back. Straight leg forward. Toe pointed up. Stretching the calf muscle. Stretching the Achilles tendon. Press that front foot onto the floor. Hands in. Both knees on the floor. Hands on the floor. Find my toes. Push up. Walk the hands back. Inhale through my nose. Exhale through my mouth. Hold my arms out, east and west. Keep my hips forward. Rotate my shoulders and my chest, for me, towards the left. Keeping the hips forward. Stretching my lumbar. Come back center. Hips forward. Rotate in the other direction. With that front arm extended across the front of the body, you're also stretching the shoulder and the tricep. Come back center. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Step out a little more than hip width. Tilt at the waist, reach out, stretching the back of your legs. I'm going to take my weight, glutes still back, shift my weight slightly to my left. If you're a mirror image, it might be your right. Stretching the inner of that straight thigh. The straight leg, the inner of that thigh. Coming back center. I'm shifting to my right, might be your left if you're a mirror image. Stretching the inner thigh of that straight leg. Coming back center. Cat, back, cow, back, give me 3. Dip. Make sure you get a nice arch. Making a U, then a C. Do that again. Make that C. And then hold center. Take your hands, clasp your fingers together. Take your elbows and rest them on the inside of your thighs. Then take your hands and your arms and push your elbows straight out on the inside of your thighs. That will stretch the inner upper part of your thighs. Then release your arms and hands. Come up some. Put your hands on your knees. Tuck and lean in with one shoulder. For me, this is my right shoulder. I'm stretching the right side of my back. Coming back center. Tuck, tilt, and lean in. Come back center, drop the head, roll up, inhale, exhale. I'm gonna step back with one foot. If you need to, open your gate so you're stable, shift your weight forward. The heel on the back foot, if you need to step in, step in. Bring that back heel up, reach up, come straight down. Stretching your quads on that back leg. Tailbone is tucked. Come up, step in, switch sides. If you need to, step out so that you're not wobbly. Shift your weight forward. Both feet flat on the floor. If you need to step in some, step in. Back heel up. Reach up. Come straight down. Tailbone tucked. Stretching that back leg. Come in, up and in. Slight bend in the knee. Step forward with one foot. I stepped out. My right foot is forward. Right leg is straight. Right leg is forward. Foot flat on the floor. Left hand. I'm going to take the back of my left hand and extend it to the outside of my front leg, my front foot, which is my right. Adding a rotation to my core. So since I have my left hand extended, my left shoulder and the left side of my lumbar is what's stretching. Come back center, back foot step in, drop your head and roll up. Slight bend in the knee. I'm switching sides. I'm taking my left leg forward. Left leg is straight. Slight bend in that right knee. Left leg is straight, foot is flat. Right hand, outside of my right hand. Add a rotation to my core. Outside of my right hand, reach for the outside of my left leg, my left foot. Stretching the right side of my lumbar and the upper arm and shoulder. Come back center. Back foot in with the front foot. Drop your head and roll up. Inhale. Exhale. I hope this is a good workout. And if no one told you so far this year, remember, there's only one of you. No one can be you but you. That's why you are so unique, and that's why you're special, even when you don't feel like it. Bye.